Every powerful system begins with control. And in smart services, control begins with masters. Masters are not just configurations, they are the DNA of the entire platform. Client Master, the business identity engine. Let's begin where every business begins, the client. Client Master is the central registry of all clients. It defines who the system is working for. What gets configured? Legal details, name, GST, PAN, contact person, billing address, contract duration and type, payment terms and credit limits, assigned verticals. What it controls: which services a client can access, which verticals are available, which rate cards and SLAs apply. How it is used: when a project is created, the system does not ask you to define everything again. It simply loads everything from the client master. Real impact: no manual errors in billing, no missing contract terms, standardized onboarding. Vertical master, the industry brain. Now imagine serving hospitals, malls, and factories. Each one runs differently. Vertical master defines industry-specific intelligence. What gets configured? Default modules, attendance, HR, billing. Workflow templates, checklists, compliance rules, SLA standards, escalation matrices. What it controls: how operations behave in that industry, which modules auto-activate, what rules are followed. How it is used: when you select a vertical, you're not selecting a category, you're loading an entire operational ecosystem. Real impact: zero setup time for projects, industry-ready operations from day one. Employee master, the workforce backbone. No workforce, no operations. Employee master is the complete digital identity of every worker. What gets configured? Personal details, KYC, Aadhaar, PAN, bank details, skills and certifications, role and designation, employment type. What it controls: who can work where, what skills they bring, how they get paid. How it is used: whenever a worker is deployed, the system already knows everything about them. Real impact: no duplicate records, compliance-ready workforce, faster deployment. Location master, the ground reality layer. Operations don't happen in theory, they happen at a location. Location master defines every physical site. What gets configured? Address, GPS coordinates, geofence radius, zones inside site, operating hours, access control, QR, biometric. What it controls: where employees can check in, how tasks are assigned geographically. How it is used: when a worker checks in, the system verifies, are you really at the site? Real impact: eliminates fake attendance, enables location-based automation. Attendance master, the discipline engine. This is where control becomes strict. Attendance master defines how presence is recorded and validated. What gets configured? Check-in methods, GPS, selfie, QR, grace period, shift rules, overtime rules, holiday calendars. What it controls: attendance authenticity, late/absent calculations, payroll input. How it is used: employee checks in, system validates, attendance marked automatically. Real impact: no proxy attendance, accurate salary calculation. HR master, the policy engine. Behind every workforce, there's a rule book. HR master defines all HR policies. What gets configured? Leave types and quotas, payroll structure, PF, ESI, tax rules, onboarding and exit workflows, performance KPIs. What it controls: employee life cycle, salary processing, performance evaluation. How it is used: from joining to exit, every step follows predefined workflows. Real impact: zero HR confusion, fully automated payroll. Billing master, the revenue engine. This is where business becomes money. Billing master defines how revenue is generated and managed. What gets configured? Rate cards, billing model, per employee/site, GST and taxes, invoice templates, deduction rules. What it controls: invoice generation, payment tracking, profitability. How it is used: attendance plus rate card to invoice automatically generated. Real impact: no billing mistakes, faster cash flow. Operations Master, the execution engine. This is where work actually happens. What gets configured? Task categories, priority levels, workflow stages, auto-assignment rules, escalation matrix. What it controls? Task creation, task tracking, completion flow. How it is used? Task created to assign to track to completed to verified. Real impact, structured operations, no task leakage.
Communication Master, the notification brain.
A silent system is a failed system. What gets configured? SMS, email, WhatsApp notification templates, escalation alerts, broadcast rules. What it controls? Real-time communication, alert delivery. Use case, missed attendance to instant SMS to supervisor. Impact, faster decisions, better coordination. Help Desk Master, the problem solver. No system is perfect, but every issue must be tracked. What gets configured? Ticket categories, SLAs, escalation rules, status flow. What it controls? Issue lifecycle. Use case, complaint to assign to resolve to feedback collected. Impact, no missed complaints, improved service quality. Compliance and Audit Master, the risk shield. Growth without compliance is a ticking time bomb. Compliance and Audit Master ensures that every operation follows legal, safety, and regulatory standards. What gets configured? Compliance frameworks, FSSAI, fire safety, ISO, etc. Audit types, internal, external, surprise. Audit schedules, monthly, quarterly. Certification tracking with expiry alerts. Non-compliance actions, penalty, suspension. What it controls? Whether your operations are legally safe, whether audits happen on time, whether risks are detected early. How it works in real life. System schedule checklist is assigned, auditor performs inspection, report generated, non-compliance triggers action. Real impact. Avoids legal penalties, ensures safety standards, creates audit-ready organization. AI Intelligence Master, the brain of the system. This is where your system starts thinking. AI Intelligence Master converts raw data into predictions, alerts, and decisions. What gets configured? Prediction models, attrition, SLA risk, demand, anomaly detection rules, alert thresholds, data sources, attendance, tasks, billing, recommendation engine logic. What it controls? When the system raises alerts, what patterns are considered risky, what decisions are suggested. How it works? System observes patterns, detects anomaly, predicts outcome, sends alert arrow, recommends action. Example: attendance dropping below 70% arrow. AI predicts SLA breach, arrow suggests workforce reallocation. Real impact: prevents problems before they happen, converts data into intelligence. AI Dashboard Master, the command center. Data is useless unless you can see it clearly. AI Dashboard Master defines what you see, how you see it, and who sees it. What gets configured? Dashboard layouts, CEO, manager, client, KPI widgets, attendance percent, SLA percent, real-time refresh rates, alert display rules, drill down hierarchy. What it controls? Visibility of performance, decision-making speed, role-based insights. How it works? User logs in, sees role-specific dashboard, clicks KPI, drills down to root problem. Real impact, instant decision-making, full operational visibility. Resource Management Master, the optimization engine. Having manpower is easy, using it efficiently is hard. This master ensures optimal workforce allocation. What gets configured? Allocation algorithms, skill-based, proximity, minimum staffing rules, backup workforce pool, skill matrix, roster generation logic. What it controls? Who gets assigned where? How shifts are created? How shortages are handled? How it works? System checks requirement, matches skill, assigns worker to fills gaps using backup pool. Real impact: no understaffing, no overstaffing, maximum efficiency. Roll call management master, the reality check. Attendance is declared, roll call is verified. What gets configured? Roll call schedules, verification methods, QR, biometric, absentee rules, substitute assignment logic. What it controls? Real-time workforce availability, shift level accuracy. How it works? Shift starts, roll call triggered, employees verified to absentees, flagged to replacements assigned. Real impact. Zero ghost employees. Real-time workforce control. Checklist management master. The quality engine. Consistency creates trust, and checklists create consistency. What gets configured? Checklist templates. Mandatory versus optional tasks. Photo proof requirements. Scoring system. Review workflows. What it controls? Daily operational quality. Task verification standards. How it works? Worker completes checklist, then uploads proof, then supervisor reviews, then score generated. Real impact. Standardized service quality. Measurable performance. Facility task tracking master. The work engine. This is where physical work gets tracked digitally. What gets configured? Work order types. Reactive, preventive. Task lifecycle stages. Maintenance schedules. Asset linking. SLA rules. What it controls? Maintenance operations. Task completion tracking. How it works? Task created, assigned, executed, verified, closed. Real impact. No missed maintenance. Increased asset life. Consumable management master. The cost controller. Small expenses, big impact. What gets configured? Item catalog. Supplier linkage. Budget allocation. Wastage thresholds. What it controls? Inventory availability. Cost optimization. How it works? Stock tracked to threshold reached. Alert generated. Pre-order initiated. Real impact. No stockouts. Reduced wastage. Outdoor activities master. The field tracker. Security doesn't sit in one place. It moves. What gets configured? Patrol routes, checkpoints, verification methods, QR/NFC, patrol frequency, incident reporting rules. What it controls? Field activity monitoring, guard movement tracking. How it works? Guard follows route, scans checkpoints, system logs movement, missed checkpoint triggers alert. Real impact. Verified security operations, zero blind spots. Client feedback master, the experience engine. Your client always speaks. This system makes sure you hear it. What gets configured? Feedback triggers, post ticket, monthly. Rating systems, feedback categories, escalation rules, sentiment analysis. What it controls? Customer satisfaction tracking, service improvement. How it works? Feedback collected, analyzed. Low rating triggers escalation to corrective action created. Real impact. Continuous improvement. Higher client retention. Site management master. The ground control system. This is the final layer, where everything comes together. What gets configured? Site inspections, visitor management, emergency protocols, asset tracking, parking rules. What it controls? On-ground execution, safety and coordination. How it works? Visitor enters, approved, logged, monitored. Real impact. Fully controlled site operations, safer environment. When these masters connect, compliance protects, AI predicts, operations execute, feedback improves. And the result? A system that doesn't just manage operations, it controls, optimizes, and evolves them.